Thank you and welcome to the show this morning. The topic this morning is StreetWorks and AIDS. And of course, we're fortunate to have with us to talk about this very, very important and very, very timely issue of HIV and AIDS. Employees or members of the organization StreetWorks, which is a very, very important organization here in Nashville, Tennessee. And of course, as members of that organization is the office manager, Mrs. Antonio Spearman, and with Ms. Spearman is the client personnel at StreetWorks, Ms. Aretha Anderson, and of course with Ms. Anderson and Ms. Spearman is Mr. Brett Holliston. Of course, Mr. Holliston, let me welcome you, Ms. Anderson and Ms. Spearman, to the show this morning.
Thank you.
And to tell you, the three of you, how very, very happy we are to have the three of you here because, as we said earlier, we're familiar with the organization StreetWorks. And of course, Ms. Spearman, let's start off with you by having you and later on Ms. Anderson and Mr. Holliston to give us some information about your background, your education, and some of the things that were important in terms of eventually getting you involved in this heroic fight against AIDS and HIV. We'll start with you, Ms. Spearman, and of course Ms. Anderson and Mr. Holliston will give us some information about their background, and then we'll talk about this as an issue this morning.
Sure. My name again is Antonia Spearman. I am the office manager at StreetWorks. I manage the office there. I've been there for about 8 months now, and I was told through the person over development over at StreetWorks at the time that they were in need of an office manager. So when they told me what the background of the agency was about, the importance of HIV and AIDS and the type of work that would be involved within that matter, I jumped to that opportunity because there's nothing like doing outreach in the community and being involved in the community, but it wasn't until I got to StreetWorks till I was actually able to see the big picture of how this virus, HIV and AIDS, is truly affecting our community, especially in communities of color.
And so it's a very, very important issue, and you're involved in it as the manager of this organization. What about you, Ms. Anderson? How did you become involved in this activity?
My name is Aretha Anderson, and I'm the client advocate at StreetWorks. How I became involved with StreetWorks is that I was once a client myself. Not regularly, but I was a client, and the director, I guess he saw that I had potential, and then being positive myself, that helped, you know, and I like to help people and give back. Like Ms. Spearman, I didn't know how graphic the spread of this disease is, and I think I could be a good asset, you know, to help others that's just like me to overcome the obstacles that I did.
Okay, you know, Mr. Holliston, I think that both Ms. Spearman and Ms. Anderson have indicated the importance of this organization, and I understand you've been involved with this organization for a number of years now, for quite a while now, much longer than either of the two of them. Is that the impression? And I also understand that you're the a person who has quite a bit of information in reference to this. Let's talk about your experiences. I mean, your background and some of the things that got you involved.
Well, a little bit of experience. I first came into contact with dealing with like individuals that were HIV infected in the early 90s in Washington, D.C. And at that particular time, I was residing in a homeless shelter. And I went to, I got involved in this homeless theater troupe, which we did monologues and skits advocating for HIV, AIDS, and other issues that affect our society. And in that group, I met just numerous individuals that were HIV infected. And I got a chance to really see it firsthand, you know, and to interact with the individual that's HIV infected. And those guys passed away, and that affected me profoundly. And when I came here, I knew that's what I wanted to do. I mean, years had passed. I did some other things between now and then. However, I came full circle back to that decision again. What am I actually going to do with my life? Now I'm looking for something more fulfilling. And I heard about StreetWorks and what they do, and I had met Ron Crowder on several occasions. So I put in my application, and I got the job. And I really like doing what I do. I'm a people person. You know, this is my way of giving back to society. You know, what society is giving back to me, because basically the society raised us all. You know, and particularly in the black community,
Okay.
HIV/AIDS is ravaging our community.
Okay, and very good. And I tell you what we'll do, Mr. Harrelson, is to have this first commercial break, after which the time will come back and we'll have Ms. Anderson to talk about the clients, and then we'll have you and others to, Ms. Spearman, to talk about other aspects of it. And of course, we'll be back with our audience following this very, very short commercial break. Topic is StreetWorks.